here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm so excited to show you my little backpack. I'm going to give these to Izzy's class. I've made 25 of them, and I'm going to give them to Izzy's class, but I have been holding on to this project for such a long time. A while ago, I showed you how to make this little clutch, and when I made this little clutch, I also showed you how to make a whole bunch of different sizes. Well, this is just another one of those sizes. So this was the clutch size. And then I showed you how to make the, so this one was 6 by 3, I believe it is. This is 6 by, actually 4.5. And then this one was 6 by 9. All right, isn't that so cute? Same pattern, same concept of putting it all together, just a different size. And then I did this huge 12 by 12 one. So, and this is great for a little, a big gift, I should say. Put some little tissue paper in there and you are just styling. But I also wanted to show you how tiny you can make it. You can make it even tinier than this. But I thought this was a really cute gift to give to Izzy and her class. And I made 25 of them. Super easy, super fast. So let me show you how to do it, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to grab some of your cardstock, and I will give you all the measurements on my blog, just like I did with the other clutch and the bags. But this one right here is just a 2 by 5 sheet of paper right here. And I need 2 of those. I need one for the front and one for the back. And then I need 2 pieces for the sides. And those are 2.5 by 5, okay? Actually, they're 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Okay, and then you're going to need a piece for the top, and that one is right here. And then you're going to need a piece for your little envelope on the front, and that's this little piece right here. And we're going to use a die for that. So let's start out with these pieces right here. Now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and the reason I'm going to do that is because it's so much faster. And I just love it. So this is our new scoreboard from Fun Stampers Journey. All of the cool little tools are in the back. Nothing falls out. They are just absolutely phenomenal. So this right here is to help you make all kinds of, let's see, here it is, all kinds of little boxes and bags and different sized envelopes. They're just really cool. And then here is the special tool to score with. Now, if you are somebody that scores and, gets it off the side of the line, it goes outside, this one doesn't. I don't know what it is about it, but it doesn't go outside the lines. I love that part of it. So I'm going to take this little guy right here, and I'm going to put it up here. And what I did was I scored it right here at 3.5. So this 5-inch piece of paper, I scored it 3.5. I did that with this one also, so that is the front and the back, all right? And then I have these 2 little pieces right here. So we're going to put it with the 2-inch mark up on top. I'm going to score it at 1/4, and then I'm going to score it at 1 3/4. And then go back into the middle at 1 and score it there. And you're going to do it for both of these pieces right here. Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score at 3.5. All right? And you're going to do that for this one also, at score at 3.5. All right, so now we have all of our these pieces scored. I'm going to put this away for now, and then we'll come back to it. All right, so let's start by doing our pieces right here. We're going to get out our white liner tape, and this, you get so much white liner tape for your money, but I love this. I absolutely love this. This, when you're doing projects, you really do want to make sure that you use something that's very sturdy and very heavy, and this is that fits that bill. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put 2 pieces there, and I'm going to put 2 pieces right here. All right, and they call it tear tape for a reason, because you don't need your scissors to tear it. You are going to need your, I'm not going to put this too far away because I'm going to need it for my whole project, all right? Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to put the top piece together. So let me just go and grab the top pieces. So this is some of our designer paper right here. This is called Through the Year Prints, and it's absolutely gorgeous. What we have here is an entire year of paper. And what I mean by that is we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, right here, August, September, October, November, and December. So let me just show you them. These are the most beautiful prints. So here would be January, and this one is February, March, April, oops, I missed May, here we go, May, no, this one's let's see, January, February, March, April, oops, I forgot May, June, this is June, July, this one is August, September, which is the one we're going to use, October, November, and December. I am missing one of them. So anyway, they're absolutely gorgeous papers. They are 80-pound cardstocks, so it lends itself really well to projects like what we're going to do today. It's just beautiful, beautiful paper. And we're going to take this little piece right here. It's 2.5 by 2. I'm going to bring in my scoring tool again, and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. All right, so let's just bring in our score tool. I'm going to score it at the, now this is very important. If you've got a pattern like this, this is going to be my bottom part, this is going to be my top part. All right, so I'm just going to score it at 1/2 inch. Put this little guy away again. And I need to round the corners, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take out my corner rounder, round out the corners. Remember, this has a notcher in there too, so we've got a corner rounder and a notcher all in the same tool. All right, so here's that. And I also need to grab some of my ribbon, and that would be my black gingham ribbon. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to use about 5 inches of it. All right, so I'm just going to grab my Grand Pro shears here, grab some 5 inches of my ribbon. Alrighty, so now I think we have all the pieces to do our little piece right here. So I have my tape on both of these pieces. Now one of them is going to get pushed up, and the other one is going to get pushed back. So let me grab my crease tool right here, okay, and just crease this little guy right here. You see what I'm saying? So my tape is going this way, and my other tape is going this way, and that's because the two of them are going to meet like this. If I had them both going the same way, the tape would actually be on the outside. So you want them so that they do meet when they come together, just like that. All right, so you can't see it on the other side. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the one that is on the outside like this, and I'm going to add my ribbon first. All right, so for me, it's a little bit easier to put some little dots on first, and we're just going to roll up the bad edge, okay? There we go. All right. Roll up this one. All right, we're just kind of putting our edges so that they don't show. All right, I'm going to grab this one. Sometimes it's hard to have adhesive adhere to this kind of ribbon or to material just for anything. So I just take and I just bone fold it on there. It's kind of like burnishing it on there, and it's good to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bad side, place it face down. I'm going to grab the most adorable little stapler you've ever seen. These little staples are so tiny. And I'm just going to staple the bottom of it right here. Okay, did it right there at the end. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, trying to get them about the same length, but after you get it all done, you can't really tell if they're not perfect. So what I did was I centered it side to side, and I centered it top and bottom. All right, I'm going to go right up from the bottom and just do that again. All right, so now what I'm going to do is to take and turn over my little guy right here like this. And I'm going to take my crease tool here, crease it like that. I'm going to put some adhesive right here, and that is right here. Okay, I want to get it close to the end here so that it adheres, and then I'm going to take and add another piece to the inside. Let me just show you what I mean. All right, I'm going to take that one and then add another piece right here. That's why this tear tape is awesome, because you can just keep working and not worrying about getting your scissors out, and it's just awesome. All right, I am using my bone folder with my dental tool to get all of the pieces up and out of there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just add it like this. All right. I'm going to go down to the smallest one right here. Make sure it's centered from side to side. Down to that small one. I want it to line up with the edge of this, and then I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to take my stapler and just staple that right there, and do the same thing for this one. Okay. And just add my staple to it right there. All right, now I'm going to take my scissors and just trim off the ends so that they meet. And then I'm going to take another piece of tape, because I probably shouldn't have taken the top off yet, but I did, sorry. Okay, and I'm just going to add it to that right there so I don't get it all over my hands when I'm doing the next part of it. All right, I'm just going to add the tape again. All right, because I'm not going to actually take it off yet. Let's just burnish that on. It also covers the little stapler, this little staples too. All right. Okay, so now we have this little piece right here, and we're just going to let that go for just a moment, because we're going to take and put these two pieces and our sides together. Now, what we need to do with the sides is to add some adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and let's grab our little folder here first. So the one in the middle, you're going to make a valley fold, and then the two outer pieces, you're going to make a mountain fold. All right, let's do that first. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, so now we have this mountain and valley, and then what we're going to do with this bottom one is to push it toward that valley, that large valley fold in the middle. So now we have all of our folds done. Let's take and add some of our adhesive. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white liner tape again, and I'm going to add a piece here and here. Okay, and then I'm going to add a piece right here along the side. And along this side, and you'll notice that it's a little bit wider than, my tape is a little bit wider than the actual piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Grand Pro shears, and what I love about these, let me just show you, nothing ever sticks to them. So in a normal day, if you had a normal pair of scissors, you would have all kinds of gunk there. These just come right off. There's no residue left on there. You're going to love these if you have them, and I know you'll love them if you do have them. So right now I've got all my adhesive on there. We're good to go there. All right. Now what I need to do is I need to trim this up a little bit. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to take where this little ridge is right here. I'm going to take and I'm just going to make, just go to the left of it just a little bit. You're going to go right up to that little point right there, and then you're going to come down. Okay. And that's so that when we line it up in there, it all lines up nice and without any bulk. It kind of gets rid of the bulk of it. All right, and then all I did was trim that. All right, so the only part you're actually going to see is this part right here. All right, so now we have two of those already done, and we're going to take all of the adhesive off of everything now. So I've got my adhesive on this little guy right here. I've got my adhesive on this little guy right here, and we're going to just start putting it all together. Let's take the let's take your bloom tool, okay, and take off all of your pieces of tape. Okay, so here's our two red pieces. See how easy this is? I made 20, I think 27, yeah. There's 23 kids in her class, and then I just wanted a couple of extras for the teacher and the secretary, and maybe if there's an aide or something in the classroom. They all have one of their own little treats. All right, and I'll show you what I'm going to put in there. I love doing this. I did this for my kids when they were little, and they just loved it. They loved bringing in little treats for everybody. It's not much, but it is something that just says, oh, look at me. And it's just so much fun to craft. All right, so now we have all of our pieces all taken apart. So the first thing that I do, and if you have watched my video on the little clutch purse, you're going to know what I'm doing, okay? It's no different. It's just a different size, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking and folding that over, and I'm taking this piece and lining it up with the bottom right here, all right? So just line it up nice and straight. That goes on the inside, just like that. You're going to do the same thing over here. You're going to take and you're going to make sure that that little flap is going in. I'm lining it up side to side. And there we go. See? No tape on the bottom, no tape on the top. That's why we have tape right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the outside of this. Before I press it down, I want to make sure that the inside lines up nicely. Nope, I want to pull it out just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit, because you want it to all line up nice and smooth. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have the top, the bottom, and the back. Now what that does is it makes the outside look nice, it makes the inside look nice, and you've got a really finished off kind of piece. Now this is my favorite part. This is where we're going to make the sides go together. And what I do is I just line up the top first. All right, so I'm just going to take the top, line up this little line right here like this, and then just kind of take and put it together and using your crease tool, okay, just putting that together like that. Now I'm going to take this, line up the top. Okay, once you've got that on there, just kind of push it together and use your crease tool. Do the same thing on this side, lining it up. I love when everything comes together so nicely. All right, there's that one. Use your crease tool. And do the same thing over here. All right, so now we have our little box, and that's exactly the way we made the clutch. It's so adorable. All right, so now we need to take and put our little flap on. We've got all these pieces that are stapled on there, and now what I'm going to do is to just burnish this little guy to make sure it stays, and lift that right off like that. All right, now what I want to do is I want to line the back end up with the crease, all right, because we made the rounded corners. This is the back end of it, and then just burnish it again with our crease tool. And there we have our little, isn't that so cute? See, and these are puffy, so that you can put it on your back. Isn't that cute? All right, now what I need to do is I'm going to grab one of my mini Velcro dots, okay? And you want a back and a front. So I'm going to take the back and add it to, let's take this one right here. Take the back and add it to one of the front. Okay, now I'm going to take that off of there. And I have them together so that the two stickies are on the outside. Add it to your front piece. Close exactly the where you want it to be, and then you have this piece right here. Now what I go back and do is I just take my tool and just burnish it just a little bit. Okay, so there's your little Velcro. That's your closing. All right, so now what do we have left to do? We have the little pocket. Let me just show you the little pocket right here. All right, and how did I do the pocket? I did the pocket with our brand new baby envelope die. Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh, it's so cute. All right, so what I did was I just cut one out. This is how tiny this little guy is. All right, I cut it out, and then I'm going to just fold it up like this. Okay, and they're already pre-scored. The die actually scores it for you. And then what I want to do is to take and just cut off the top part. So let me bring in my cutter, and I'm just going to cut off the top part of it. All right, we don't need the envelope, making it look like an envelope. We just need it to look. There we go. Okay, so we just cut off the top. Now what I need to do is to grab my white liner tape again. You don't even need to glue this shut. All right, so I'm going to grab my white liner tape here and put it across here. That's going to hold it closed. And then I'm going to put some right here, some down here at the bottom. I know this is overkill because I didn't have anything in there, but if you want to put something in there, you can. All right, so there's that one. Now let's take the tool and just eliminate the outer pieces of it. That's why these bloom tools are so important to have. This little dental tool is my favorite of all of them. All right, so now this way it kind of looks like a broken envelope, but on this side is the little pocket for our bag. Isn't that cute? All right, I'm going to take my little burnishing tool here, crease tool, just burnish it in there, and there you have your little pocket. One last thing that I did was to add some of our magical candy drops. So let me grab my tool, pick up the black one, put it right here. This one I did red and black, this one I did black, and let's do a red heart. Isn't that cute? I think the kids are gonna love them. They're in kindergarten. They're so adorable. And that is my project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you're a mom or a grandma like I am, that you do things like this for your grandchildren or for your children. They absolutely love it. I'll be bringing you some more with our pillow box dies, and I'm gonna have a fun year because my granddaughter is in kindergarten. I love this. If you have, oh, I forgot to show you what I put inside it. Of course, we put in little Smarties because the kids are so smart now that they've gone to school. All right, so these fit in here just perfectly. All right, you could also put in little erasers or whatever you want. They're just adorable to make. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care, have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by.